motorcycle in Pennsylvania this year. I don't have a mic in my helmet yet, so I'm just trying to see what this sounds like by talking somewhat loud. I had to move my camera from the spot that I did have it, just to try to get a little better view. And it's not real close to my mouth now, so I doubt this is even gonna work, but hey, let's give her hell. This is my 2012 Kawasaki Concours 14. The bike has been trouble-free for me. Changed the oil and the final drive oil over the winter. I bought the bike with 8,500 miles or so. It has 13,496 on it now. And I just did the noob. I left my turn signal on. So we're starting out great. Beautiful day here. It's supposed to turn back cold again. I don't know. This might be the only time I get to ride it this week, so I need to come up with a little different mount for my helmet, because this one's, I don't believe it's going to cut it. I like where I had it, but I couldn't get it pointed up far enough. All you've seen was basically just the dash and just a little bit of the road. And now you guys want to see where we're going, right? You know? I sure would. So, as you're watching this, don't be afraid to comment anything you guys would like to see. I mainly use this bike to save fuel on my commute to work, which it's about a half an hour for me. I normally go a different route, but I kind of took the back roads this time. It's the more fun drive this way, but the roads are pretty bad. There's a lot of bumps, so I generally just take the big road on the way home. It's nice and smooth, but it's just straight as can be, and that's just not all that fun. The leaves have really come out the last couple weeks. It's about here. I'm ready to get my boat out in the water, spend some time with my family on the lake. This guy actually was decent enough to put his turn signal on. This is one of those weird roads where you'll be waiting on people and then they freaking turn down and they don't ever put their turn signal on. But we got the no transponder light, which on this particular bike has been coming on all morning on my way in. Every time I pull out from a stop sign and give it, you know, a little bit of onions, that transponder light comes on. So I don't know if I got a low battery or what. I'm not too damn worried about it, to be quite honest with you. I am probably going to check my battery connections, because I had that problem last year. There it pops on again. comment down below. I did have some, mine was doing air, I was getting FI airs or F1 air every once in a while, and no transponder. But I pretty much chalked them up to my battery. The cables were loose. I thought I needed a new battery because the battery just kept getting worse and worse and worse to start it. And I opened it up and the cables weren't tight. Tightened them up and it's good to go. The previous owner put a new battery in it there before I got it, along with putting the Two Brothers slip-on exhaust. He put the Sergeant seat on it. He put these foam, I don't know, you want to call them grip. They're not really an extender, but they're, this makes it so you don't have to tighten your hand down on the grips as much, and it helps with your hand fatigue. I thought they looked kind of dorky when I first saw it. I'm like thinking to myself, well, I'm gonna rip them off. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. And then I rode it. I'm like, they're gonna stay on. These things are nice. My previous motorcycles were, when I was 35, so a little over 10 years ago, I got my first motorcycle, and it was a GSXR 750. It was a 2011, brand new. 2 years later, I got a 2013 Honda CBR 1000RR Repsol Edition. I kept that bike for about 4 or 5 years. I got to where I wasn't riding it much, and I sold it at like the worst possible time. It depreciated about what it was going to, and how you can't. I see them now, damn near what I paid for the thing. So then about 2 or 3 years went by, and I didn't have a bike, and I started getting that, oh, I'd really like to have a bike again, but there was things that needed to change. At this point, I was already about 43, 44 years old, maybe even somewhere like 44, and like, yeah, just don't see me getting another Super Sport. So I started looking at like Suzuki B-Kings. I almost got one of them, and these bikes, these Connies are freaking nice. They're reliable. In the looks department, they're getting a little long in the tooth. They basically look the same from 2007 the whole way up through. Excuse me. Stay nice, but this is the patch of the road where you can just wicker off. The road's nice and smooth. Unfortunately, the loft sits down here too. Ask me how I know. Comment down below if you have a good idea for a microphone or something that I can put in this helmet and plug into my GoPro Hero 9 that I'm using. That way I wouldn't have to talk so loud. Pretty sure you guys aren't even going to be able to hear this. This is just a test flight. I mean, if it works, it works. If it don't, I'll improve. It's just kind of a fun way to build a community of like-minded individuals. Plus, I have a film running, you know. Somebody cuts me off and kills me. My wife can get rich, I guess. You never know. But no, officer, I wasn't going triple digits and then some. Got pulled over at that farm one time. It was interesting. They left me go. It's all that matters, right? I'm like, oh, I'll never do that again. It ain't 3 days later, I passed another cop doing 90. A 55, and they never even came out. They didn't come after me, you know. But those were the CBR days. They're several years behind me now. But what makes this bike awesome for me is this windshield that goes up and down. Now the wind's hitting me right in the face. Man, it feels nice. I've been keeping it up just because I figure it helps you guys hear me. I don't even know if you can. I'm probably going to sound like a fucking chipmunk because the camera's down below my chin. So I don't really have a lot of high hopes for this. But hey, if it works, like I said earlier, I might stick with it. We'll see. Who else just downshifts 2 gears at a time and says, hell with it, I'm lazy? I didn't do it here, but there's lots of times I'm like 6-5-4, clutch out. 3-2, clutch out. Like, I don't really see the point in it, but beautiful day. Beautiful day for a ride home. I need to turn this brake back down. I was messing around here earlier. I am not a fan of the front brake coming on when you hit the rear brake. I do not like that, and I know there's a way to get rid of it, and I've never done it, but I turned the setting down, and then excuse me, I turned the setting down, and I've been riding with it like that for a fucking year, and my dumb ass turns it back on this morning. Excuse me, guys. I got a hell of a cough. No, it's not COVID. You don't need to wear your mask at home. Man, I missed riding this thing. some shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about putting a helmet on and it's almost tranquil. You know, that's the easiest word that pops into my head right now. It's tranquil. That's the kind of feeling I get when I put my helmet on. It's definitely tranquil. So I have this bike came with this like a throttle lock. Man, is that nice on longer trips, you know? You just set it and forget it. Kind of. Can't forget it because it's just an O-ring that pinches your throttle open. I mean, it's like, look, Mom, you know, no hands. So it is. Very stable. They did a sucky job right there. Couple weeks. I took the family out last week. We went. Caught a couple. They have what they call youth mentoring day, so I always take them for that. Some there, and then we went on the actual first day. We caught one, but it was cold the first 2 days we went, and then we just went up last Wednesday, and it was really nice. And I caught two. Right over there where the mountains kind of drop down, where the old timers went over the mountain. Of course, it's where the road is now. That is called Cove Cap. Yeah, I don't like this. I need to get this setting back to where it was because I'm hitting the back brake pedal and the front one. The front of the bike's dipping down every time. I can't stand that. Log truck. The red light must have changed. I get everything working is going to be about defensive driving and what I do to keep myself alive, to make myself look like more noticeable in general. So close that you don't really notice them because you're right up on top of them. You don't have that nice long view back to see what's going on, you know. There's my fleet. Here's my little garage hack. I velcroed a garage door opener right inside my little cubby. This thing is the shit. I love that thing. I sure hope you guys can hear me on my way home. This will work. Okay, YouTube. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, this was experimental. We'll see how good what I was talking, how I was talking, how loud it was, all that. I didn't think I was going to need a mic, but then I had my camera mounted closer to my mouth. And now I have, the camera is way down here. So I kind of think it's not going to work. I did have it mounted to where it was right here. And I'm like, that microphone in the back with this here should have worked fine. But when I have the camera up there, like I said, all you're seeing is just the... basically the gauges and a little bit out the windshield, and that was just me holding my head straight up. So get you a good look here at of the bike here. We'll just take this camera off anyway. I'll have to charge it up anyway. This is my 2012 in black. So here's my Two Brothers exhaust system, which I have a sound sample of that on my channel already, and that's about it. So have a good one. I'll see you guys on the next ride.